Hi, I'm Tom and welcome to Alley Picked. Normally at this time, I introduce you to the project that I've been working on, but I've got a pretty hectic week, so instead of rushing through a project and video, I thought I'd give you what I hope is an interesting look into some projects that I'm currently working on. And I'm going to announce the winner of this USB charging device. A $2,000 value!
Whoa!
Okay, 30 bucks.
He's been there for days.
Will you please come and have your breakfast?
Come on.
About a month or two ago, I made this really cool end table using an old potato chip can and some pop cans. I even carved an oak top using my laser engraver, and then I hand painted it. I like this so much that I really wanted to do it again, and I happen to have a Jay's popcorn can, so I carved another top and hand painted it. Isn't that cool? I normally don't like to make the same project twice, but I really enjoyed this one so much, and I think it looks nice. I just had to do it again. This is a very heavy machine gear used at the Reed's Candy Factory when it was in Chicago. This was actually used to stamp out hard candy. While the Reed's company is no longer around, the iconic candy company of New York still produces some of the original Reed's candy rolls. My plan is to make a table out of this using this very heavy base, and then I'm going to mount this piece of oak that I turned on a lathe. I'll paint this round cylinder to look like a roll of Reed's candy, and then I'll make a clear epoxy top, something like this one but only clear, and then I'll embed some real Reed pieces of candy inside of the epoxy. Catch my vision? The next project I want to show you is out in the garage. For some background, this is an antique desk that was purchased at Beyond Grandma's House Antique Store in Chicago. The customer wanted to have it refinished, so they called me. This one is kind of special because it's going to end up in a lawyer's office in downtown Chicago. I'm almost finished with it. I've been working on it for about 4 weeks. I'm not going to show you the finished product yet, but here's a sneak peek at the finished top. Now this was a lot more work than meets the eye, and you're going to get to see it all in a future video. The next project I want to show you is a really nice outdoor picnic table that I found in the garbage a couple blocks away. It's made out of teak, and it's made by a Chicago furniture company called Gloucester. I don't know what I'm going to do with it or where it ends up, but it was just too nice to leave in the garbage.
Don't ever do it with my boy.
Stained glass cathedral windows are a big seller. This one is ugly, too big, and the glass is broken. They also used one solid piece of glass rather than being many different pieces leaded together. My plan is to make it smaller, just using the top half. Then I'm going to change out the glass for a more interesting pattern using lead cane between the glass pieces. I can really see this piece for what it will become and not what it is today. Sewing machine bases are very common. Creative ways to repurpose them is not very common. I thought it would be interesting to mount this wooden box on top of the base. The box does need some repairs. I'm still trying to sort out some additional embellishments. If you have any thoughts, please put them in the comments section. I also love to make vintage toy videos, so you're going to get to see plenty of those, including this Eldon skee ball game from the 1960s. I guess the beginning of spring is when people throw away their old patio furniture. This is a wooden adirondak chair that I first passed up when I saw it in the alley. But the more I thought about it, I decided to fix it up and paint it blue. I can see myself relaxing in it with a cup of coffee for about 2 minutes before starting a new project. Now it's time to announce the winner of this $2,030 USB device charger. So stick around if you want some laughs. A few weeks ago, I asked you to leave comments in the video when I reviewed this about why you need this device charger. I told you to tell me your story. In fact, it didn't even have to be true. I preferred if it wasn't, actually. So I got some interesting stories. I'm going to read you the 3 runner-ups, and then I'll read the winner. The first runner-up is from Bigfoot 14,000. I could really use the wireless charge feature as my heart's pacemaker battery is getting weaker and weaker. I could put the device in my shirt pocket and probably survive a few more days. Please send the device to me as soon as possible. Well, I didn't send it right away, so I'm not sure if Bigfoot is still with us. The second runner-up is at Geo Newells. Hello, Tom. I have used a charger like this, but I lost it when I was saving a bunch of orphans that were in a burning building. I can't afford another one because I lost my job at the coal mine, and now I am broke. I can't even pay attention. The third runner-up is J. Bennett 4174. Good morning, Tom. Not very long ago, we had a hurricane come through South Georgia. We lost power for 6 days. Something like this would come in incredibly handy the next time. P.S. I wish I had made up this story. Well, J. Bennett, I wish you had too. That's not funny. The winner of the USB device charger is Toolman9573. Who, by the way, I have contacted and he hasn't replied. So, you still have a chance to win. So, Toolman, if you're listening, be sure to get back to me or I'm going to have to announce another winner. But Toolman says, hey, Tom, love your videos. Wait a second. Cue the really sad music, please. Thank you. Hey, Tom, love your videos. When I was 10, I got hit by a car while crossing the highway. It had the old hook-type door handles and my arm got caught in it, and I was drug 150 feet. The quick acceleration snapped my humerus and caused part of it to rip out my arm. Everybody thought I was going to die, but I survived and recovered full use of my arm. I was in the Army in an explosion that caused hearing loss. Years later, accused of a crime I didn't commit. And even though I was exonerated, I lost my job and had to leave town because many people still believed it. Years later, I lost my wife of 27 years in an accident caused by a girl texting and driving. I now live alone and my kids are scattered from one side of the country to the other. I sure could use a wind pal. Also, love your magic tricks and show them to my grandkids when I see them. Thanks, Tim Taylor. Yes, that's my real name. So, Tim, if you're listening, be sure to let me know and I'll send this out to you. So, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. I'm Tom. This is Alley Picked. Until next time, I'll meet you in the alley.